Good day. We are Group 3, so we're going to talk about the example calculation of sextant altitude by stars and planets. Intended learning outcomes: the student will be able to calculation of sextant altitude by stars. The students will be able to calculation of sextant altitude by planet. First, what is a sextant? A sextant is a doubly reflecting navigation instrument that measures the angular distance between two visible objects. The primary use of a sextant is to measure the angle between an astronomical object and the horizon for the purpose of celestial navigation. So it is a real historical instrument that is still in use today. Even today, big ships are all required to carry working sextant, and the navigating officers have regular routines to keep themselves familiar with making it work. Most sextants include a vernier on the worm dial that reads to 0.1 minute. Since 1 minute of error is about a nautical mile, the best possible accuracy of celestial navigation is about 0.1 nautical miles, which is 190 meters. At sea, results within several nautical miles, while within visual range, are acceptable. What is celestial navigation? Celestial navigation is the use of angular measurements sites between celestial bodies and the visible horizon to locate one's positions in the world, on land as well as sea. At a given time, any celestial body is located directly over a point on the Earth's surface. So celestial navigation is a step up from dead reckoning. This technique uses the stars, moon, sun, and horizon to calculate position. It is very useful on the open sea where there are no landmarks. So a technique for determining one's geographic position by the observation of identified stars, identified planets, the sun, and the moon. This subject has a multitude of refinements which, although valuable to a professional navigator, tend to obscure the basic principle. So zenith, it is a point at which a straight line joining the center of the Earth to the observer's position meet the celestial sphere. The north and south celestial poles are the 2 points in the sky where the Earth's axis of rotation, identifiably the extended, intersects the celestial sphere. The north and south celestial poles appear permanently directly over to observers at Earth's north pole and south pole respectively. Here's an example of sextant altitude by stars. Find altitude of stars Antares on 16 August 2008 when the sextant altitude was 35 degrees 28 minutes. Height of eye was 10.8 meters and index error was NIL. So solution: sextant altitude is 35 degrees 28 minutes. Index error, so if it is off the arc, we do addition, and if it is on the arc, we do subtraction. So observe altitude 35 degrees 28 minutes. Height of eye, so as you can see in the table, 10.8, so it is between 10.6 and 11.0. It is 5.8 minutes. So we're going to subtract. So the answer is 35 degrees 22.2 minutes. So total correction, so minus 1.4. So the true altitude is 35 degrees and 20.8 minutes.
Sextant altitude by planets. Find the true altitude of planet Venus on 1st August 2004 when the sextant altitude was 45 degrees 17 minutes, height of eye was 7.5 meters, and index error was n. Solution: sextant altitude is 45 degrees 17 minutes. The index error is known. Then the observed altitude was 45 degrees 17 minutes. EIT minus HOA 7.5 equals negative 4.9 minutes. Apparent altitude 45 degree 12.1 minutes. Then the total correction is minus 1.0. So the apparent altitude is 45 degree 11.1 minutes because 45 degree 12 minutes 0.1 minus 1.0 is 45 degree 11.1 minutes. So the additional correction plus 0.2. So the true altitude is 45 degree 11.3 minutes.
Find the true altitude on planet Venus on 20th June 2004 when the sextant altitude was 46 degrees and 17 minutes. Height of the eye was 7.0 meters and index mirror was zero point 0.1 degree of arc. Solution sextant altitude is 48 degree and 17 minutes and the index mirror is zero point 0.1 of plus and the observed altitude is 48 degree and 18 minutes and the second one is 7.8 meter minus 4.9 minutes and apparent altitude is 48 degree 13.1 degree. Total correction is 0.09 minutes. So the apparent altitude is 48 minutes and 12.2 minutes and the additional correction is 9.2 and the time of altitude is 48 and 12.5 minutes.
Sextant altitude by planets. Find the true altitude of planet Venus on 1st August 2004, when the sextant altitude was 45 degrees 17 minutes. Height of Eve was 7.5 meters. Solution: sextant altitude 47 degrees 17 minutes. Index error: observed altitude 45 degrees 17 minutes. Deep and Howe 7.5, negative 4.9, apparent altitude 45 degrees 12.1, total correction negative 1.0, apparent altitude 45 degrees 11.1 minutes, additional correction plus 0.2, true altitude 45 degrees 11.3.